following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Dodge the ground!
Of course! Of course!
The wolf will pad out of the room. You hear a loud snapping sound.
I'll check what it was.
It's another one of those things and she's eating it. Oh, do you want some?
No.
It doesn't actually sustain you. Nothing you eat here will.
How many of these are there?
I don't know, 2. 1, 2.
Where do they come from?
Where do they go is the important thing. They come from... I don't know. They just are.
But someone's summoning these.
I mean, someone has to put them into the dream, so yeah.
Can we follow up on that?
If you want, I guess. So who do you think might have done it?
Did they annoy anyone while I was asleep?
No, because, well, I don't actually know. They might have had some nightmares. I only know that when I came into the dream, I found it. Obviously. Woof.
Yeah, but if they particularly annoyed someone during the day, they could have sent that.
Could have done, yeah. Could have done. No way of knowing. Well, you didn't want me.
So these things only do something if you're asleep.
Yeah, I think you have to be actually asleep and then to be able to do things to your dreams. I don't know what they do in the real world. Probably the same thing.
So when it's here in the dream world, is it also in this room as in the real world? You said it occupies both.
I think they come physically.
Can you do that?
You shouldn't.
What happens if you do?
It's inherently evil,
Oh.
and those who have ever done it have done evil things. I mean, it can be done, crossing over in the body.
Yeah, but what happens if you do?
Then your body doesn't exist in the real world and you're here in totality, which means everything is more effect. Things affect you more. And you could be permanently changed in the real world when you went back. Like, let's say I made you a child. You would be mentally a child. Or even if you were here physically, you would be physically a child when you went back.
And some people can just do that?
Strong enough wills can do anything here.
So how do I do the thing you did before where you changed what I looked like?
Oh, you just fix it in your mind.
So I just have to imagine that something looks different.
Yeah, like say that bed that the beard man who hates me sleeps on. If you imagine that to be like have a coloured spread on it instead of like a sort of yellowy one, an aged linen one, it would change colour. Just do it. Try it.
I'll try change the.
It's fairly easy. You can do it. You just change his colour.
But you changed me to Saphira. Isn't that a big change?
I just made you look like it.
Is that different than changing something's shape?
It's self-image. You could do it if you could imagine yourself being Saphira. Or someone else. You could change your hair color. You could change your looks. They won't last unless you maintain it in your head.
But that doesn't actually change them.
No, because you're not here in the physical world. You're still sleeping on your bed.
No, I mean, even in the dream, you said you just changed the image.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have occupied the same space Saphira would have.
No. I'm not sure I'm understanding the questions, but it's like you can change the way things look and are.
But is changing the way things look different from changing the way things are?
Yes. Like, if you wanted to look like Saphira, you could make yourself look like that way by concentrating on it enough. If you wanted to be him, it would be harder because then you would have all of his like power and abilities. I think you would need to know how things work. Like if you want, because here you could dream yourself the ability to cast clerical spells if you knew how they worked, I imagine. Like that, sometimes I make myself look like a hawk and fly.
But do you
Like
actually fly?
Yeah. It's hard. Because I'm not a hawk. And I know it.
But if you could fly as a hawk, couldn't you just fly as your normal shape?
Sure. You just tell yourself that you can fly as long as you believe it. Really believe it. Because if you stop believing it, well, you hope that waking up works.
Is there no trick to believing things that are unrealistic?
Yeah, there is a trick to it. It's get good. Have enough willpower to convince yourself
So I just have to convince myself.
that you can do it. I mean, if it's just a dream, you can fly in a dream, right? So long as that's true, and you pass your con check.
What about when someone changes things? If two people try to change the same thing?
I guess it will be a contest of wills.
So you can change things about other people? Is that difficult? Physically changing them?
Physically changing them? Like, if I wanted to make you actually a child?
Yes.
If you weren't so certain of yourself, I could probably do that. It is a weapon here.
So if you saw someone flying, you could just stop that from happening?
I would have to fight their self-image. But maybe... I mean, I'm not the best at this.
But how does that work? Do you put your self-image over top of theirs so theirs becomes unstable?
I believe I see them... Okay, let me try it this way. You're a woman. The wolf is staring at you intently.
How did you do that?
Try and stop it.
I'll try to... Because I'm not a woman. 8.
You can't. I'm really certain you're a woman right now. And eventually the wolf voice just goes, "Duh!" And you're a man again. Not easy to keep up. Can be done, see?
But it would be easier if...
It would be easier if you could believe that you were.
Okay. So other people is difficult.
Like, you could probably force me to look like the woman that I am when I'm a human. Shay. Because
I'll try that while she's speaking.
Okay, go ahead.
12.
Yeah, that works. See?
But like, how much... What if I try to oppose that?
Go ahead.
I got a 7.
How close is that to your con?
That's...
Quite a ways away, I believe.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
half.
Then that kind of like briefly flickers but stays low. You see, you're getting the idea of it. Of course, I could try to break your concentration by, hey, you're underwater now. The environment around you becomes water. You are underwater. The room is filled with water.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I've got a 12.
And while you're opposing that, you lose complete concentration on trying to change her shape. See? The more things you can think about at the same time, the more powerful you are here, the more weapons you have.
How do you train thinking multiple things at the same time?
Do it. I don't know. I just do it.
Can you
I
practice
think
it?
perhaps because I'm used to having two minds. There's the wolf and there's the woman. It really is a war.
But can you practice? Could I practice this in the physical world?
I don't know. I really don't. I would say try it.
Okay.
I mean, after all, what's the worst that can happen? You just get better at concentrating? That would be helpful.
Yeah. So, another one?
No. I just... Yeah. Yeah, your bearded friend that hates me rationally is asleep. He's entered the dream world. Not this dream world, but he's asleep. I can smell him in here now.
Why is he asleep? He's not here, right?
He shouldn't be. They should probably still be at the dome. They were going fighting tonight.
So he got knocked out.
I don't know. I really can't know that. People occasionally touch this place, but not frequently. I don't think he's here. I mean, he shouldn't be here. There's a strong smell, though. I mean, we could go look.
Should we?
Well, it's always sort of kind of daytime here, so there's no full moon in the dream world. Unless I really want it to be, I guess. I wonder if I could change that. Let's not find out.
Well, let's go then.
Okay, you walk out of the inn and head off towards the Underdome because it's literally the fastest, easiest way of doing
I
it.
don't know what the Underdome looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the sky still like...
No, it looks like a normal sky now. It's sort of like vaguely daytime-ish with no really specific light. There's no sun. There's never a sun. But it's just sort of lit.
So why did that happen before?
I really don't want to speculate. I would say that something very powerful and very dark is flexing its muscles, and it probably hates someone here or is interested in... It was clearly watching something going on here.
Does it happen often?
No. 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 Normally it walks around.
Really?
Sometimes in the dream world, particularly when it's close to a rise, it assumes its giant big form and walks around. It's always kind of insubstantial, though. I've never seen it do that, but I mean, I'm no expert. You're talking to an idiot.
I don't have anyone else to talk to about it.
That is a problem. And so, a guy comes out. He's dressed in, like, very dark greens. He's got a mask on his face that's basically just like a wooden oval with a face painted on it. And he is announced as the Masked Hitman. And tonight, by special request, he is going to fight an woman.
Whammons. I thought women weren't allowed to compete in this.
Why not? It is bizarre.
Otherwise, Sulan probably could have come along and
I
entered.
mean, the only reason this is on the card is because Sylvan was supposed to be here. Now she isn't. So this is a waste of time. So long story short, your friend comes out with her bone mask and everything.
Oh.
in a winner-takes-all match. The guy from the rooftops is fairly erudite and flippy, like some kind of ninja. But she's better. It's just a fairy tale. They don't exist. But she is better.
I know her. She's very good.
Really? You'll know her, do you? That's a weird Eventually the woman wins, because she is an empowered woman. She does not need a man. Except Saphira.
So big.
So holy.
So great.
Ting. And this large boos from the audience were like, oh, women, she must have cheated somehow, that's it.
Women, know your place.
Oh dear. The woman has decided to win a match on her own. What half-baked drivel? The final match of this card before your match, I'm afraid you're going to miss it,
Because I got to get ready while it's...
you're going to miss the Wiz.
The Wiz.
The Wiz!
Awesome!
Yeah, well, you came to play and it's his to pay.
It's time for you to get down on your knees.
You're led out to the back where Baldric is sleeping in a corner.
Oh, good, he's not dead.
Oh, you need to de-armor yourself?
De-armor myself.
Yeah. They are coming up with the stipulations for your match already. It is no weapons, no armor.
Of course, one wants everything in his favour. He doesn't want to lose again.
He's like, well, your man needs a weapon. He can have a club. He can have a club. No fancy magic cleric hammers, though. I know those tricks. He can have a club. How about that?
And my shield?
Really need the shield?
Are you afraid of me with it?
Could be a magic shield. Give him a generic one. No. Shield, that fancy silver one. If I win, I get to keep it. Then you can use it, okay? And I'll just taggate you to acquire these hands as they acquire your shield.
I'll take your generic shield.
Doesn't want to lose the shield? Okay. They give you a round wooden shield of 1 AC. Anything else you want? Like a couple of guys, maybe? You want your friend?
I'm not the one who's taking stuff away from me in order to win this fight.
I don't make the rules, pal.
You don't?
Well, apparently I do, because I just said you could have a shield, and he's too small to stop. Now I gotta go get ready. He'll hold up a big sausage.
We need to get Braun to throw Roman into this cage. Pick him up by his shitty arms.
So meanwhile, you arrive at the Underdark. It's empty. There's lit torches everywhere. You easily think your way through the doors, and you and the shaggy-haired dwarf find him sleeping on a pallet.
He's just lying there
Yeah,
asleep.
he's just lying there.
Should he be?
The wolf he should be awake here in the dream. The wolf walks over and licks his face.
I don't think he'll appreciate that.
I know. But he's so tasty. He's not waking up. People normally wake up.
Can I make him wake up? Because Radimir would wake up from this.
You can try. Save versus death.
No.
Oh,
Because if he fucks this up, you die.
how about I take 2 rolls?
Yeah, I was thinking that might be a good idea.
Do I also want?
Because when you actually do this, the wolf is going to flip out because, like, doing things to people is inherently dangerous, and you shouldn't.
And evil!
Oh, I only have silvers.
I'll take it. You might succeed, so don't waste it yet.
I got a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you're good. He wakes up And the wolf turns around and like snarls at you with hair all standing up. What the hell are you doing?
What?
You're like awake and there's like a wolf there and he's there. And the wolf is somehow talking in English even though its muzzle isn't moving. Don't ever do things to people in that way. Making them look like a thing? Fine. Messing with their state? That's dangerous. You could have killed him.
How?
What if you super woke him up and his heart rate leapt into the air and burst in his chest? That can happen.
But
he would be dead.
I wouldn't have done that, though.
No, but you might not have meant to do it. But it might happen. He could have been sleeping for a reason. Your mouth tastes like copper and beer.
What happened? Last thing I remember was the ground.
Why are you
at me?
Just don't do it to friends. Just hit him with a brick next time. It'll do less damage. Why are you here? God, what is it with the humans moving into our world?
I've never seen red in here.
Does it look different?
Empty. No people. No sound of hubbub or anything. Oh, hang on.
What's the... How late is it? Where's everyone gone?
You were fighting and then you fell asleep somehow. I'm guessing you got bitched by some little weenie.
Oh.
Because you're not a wolf, you're a weenie.
Brawn.
Brawn sounds powerful and big.
Oh, Saphira beat him up.
Yes, but Saphira is powerful and big and handsome.
So he won his fight?
What? No, this happened months ago.
We came here because you're here and you shouldn't be.
What do you mean?
I will say, he's taking the fact that a wolf is talking to him in common really well.
It's because he's asleep.
Oh.
And concussed.
Is that why he doesn't have pockets? True fact, you actually don't really have pockets.
Real man pants.
Or belt pouches would be the equivalent. That way he doesn't have belt pouches. You actually appear in the dream as you normally would envisage yourself, so probably in your Strumblet armor with your cloak.
What?
And your weapons.
Who put this?
You did.
Listen to me. Look at the wolf. Look at her. You're dreaming. This is a dream.
Okay.
And you're dreaming of me.
So it's a nightmare.
No, I'm also here.
So it's a nightmare.
That was uncalled for.
Baby, you're in the dream world. This is dangerous and you need to wake the fuck up now.
How do I...
She jumps onto your chest, slamming you back down onto the pallet, and you don't wake up. The wolf looks really confused. That should have worked, she said, her mouth full of his neck. Yeah, but you should have woken up, but you didn't. Sorry.
Didn't you say you could have woke just...
That should have worked.
Was that your method to just wake me up before?
It works.
And it didn't work.
So, he's not supposed to be here. I wonder if those eyes in the sky were after him.
Eyes in the...
Look, you're in the dream world, okay? Things are weird here. So long as you act like everything can and will kill you, you'll be okay. Unless it kills you.
So just the normal then.
He's really good at taking this in stride. I'm concerned he shouldn't be here, and if he's here, then someone's put him here.
How do you put someone here?
I wouldn't even begin to know. Did anyone cast a spell at you, like a wizard?
Don't think so.
Did you eat or drink any magic things?
Just some...
Did you get hit by any glowing objects?
No, just brawl.
Glowing runes? Magic symbols?
No.
Witches?
Not unless something happened to me after I went out.
Guys in black robes? Any kind of magic-y seeming thing?
No.
Then it must be something you ate or drank?
It's just that jerky. I saw others eating it too.
The same jerky that was yours?
Not specifically. I suppose it could have been tainted.
The wolf looks at you. You smell of herbs and magic stuff. What do?
Could we not just make him awake?
I just did. And it didn't. Which means something's opposing it in the real world. And you can't change that from here.
Yeah, and no more of that.
Thanks.
I didn't rip your throat out. Oh, I do have some self-control. I was trying to help you. You'd think you'd at least... Really?
Unpleasant memories.
Yes. It's all good. Actually evil, I keep forgetting. For brief moments. They're happy moments.
Just the ones.
Wait, if you got knocked out, won't Saphiro just... If Sephiro's coming to check on you, won't he wake you up soon?
Maybe.
If he was knocked out, then maybe Saphiro would let him rest. I don't know, I'm not a hero.
If it hasn't been long, then he's probably getting ready for his match soon.
So he could be here?
Meanwhile, back in the real world, you're getting ready for your match. You've got your club, you've got a wooden shield. You actually kind of, if it wasn't for your size and obvious body issues style body, you would look like a little kid getting ready for a play fight.
Did he have to take off his armor?
Yes. Radamir's still asleep. They're getting the crowd whipped up.
Wish me luck, my dear.
You're going to need it.
Well, I'll get out whenever I'm ready.
Oh, but the Wiz still has to... so meanwhile, back in the dream, I guess.
What are you guys doing here?
We came to check on you because we care. Well, he cares.
You also care.
No, not at all. You just demanded we come. He was like, but Sir Radamir is my close and trusted friend. You will lead me to him. And I was like, yes, master. I guess I have to. I would rather he just die in his sleep because he's a bastard.
This doesn't sound like either of you.
So, if you can imagine if you can change the things, you can acquire skills you don't have, right?
I wouldn't think so.
But you could use them temporarily.
I don't know.
So, for instance, I could become as proficient with the bow as Sulin for a moment.
If you knew how she did it.
Only if I knew how.
So you'd already have to be proficient, is what I guess. You've got the strange smelling ring. Use that. That's how that works, isn't it? Foul magic.
Yeah, I'll rub the ring for the knowledge of how to send Radamir back.
Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead. You don't have to roll the percentiles, though.
Oh.
That doesn't work here.
Or just an int check then? 3.
Okay. There was not a single book in that library that had anything to do with the dream world except that it existed.
Do I actually know that limitation?
No, you don't. So when nothing happens, you're really confused. The wolf looks at you expectantly, like an eager pup.
Nothing.
But magic.
See, that's what I was thinking. What if I cast a spell that removes people from the dream world? I don't know such a spell.
That could be bad. What if it creates some kind of spectral, astral form of him that can't reunite with his body? And he might not be able to get back. Sorry, we're talking about you like you're not here. Just sit down, have a cookie, and be a good boy.
Cookie.
There's a cookie.
I will sit down and be a good boy. As all of this goes whoosh, whoosh.
I'm going to roll a wisdom check. It's a success. And the wolf is like, I have a very bad feeling about this. I have a very bad feeling that this is on purpose.
Well, if this was intentional, one of those things is going to come here right now, right?
Maybe. Or maybe it's just... Did you eat the same things that Saphiro did? This could... You could be here by mistake. Someone could be trying to poison him.
It was brought from the same winch.
Wench?
The woman.
Oh, peasant bot, right.
Yes, the one seemed quite taken with Saphiro as usual.
That isn't uncommon.
I know. So, you are announced and led into the ring. There's mixed cheers for Saphiro the Rat Paladin. fighting tonight with club and shield because he needs them.
When?
Against Braun, who will be fighting with these fists over there. Those fists. And by popular demand, the stipulation is going to be to unconsciousness or death. Braun actually looks really surprised. He's like, what? Furthermore, there's a purse for this match, generously sponsored by House Draconin. 50,000 crowns in Merland currency to the winner. The crowd's like, ooh. Yay.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?